Hi, welcome to the Me and My Bass series. In this series, I will bore you with some interesting facts about some of the basses or bass related or audio related stuff I own. I will tell you how I did purchase it and why. Further, I will tell you my humble opinion about their playability and their sound. Today, I want to make a explanation sort of video. The Catalyst versus the Aristides. In this episode, I want to take a look at these two basses, just because the Catalyst is the predecessor of the Aristides. If you just fell into this episode and haven't got a clue what I'm talking about, not too long ago I made an episode about this Aristides bass, and about a year back I did an episode about this Catalyst bass. If you missed both or one of the other, there are links above somewhere there to check them out. I also did promise to tell you how I got my hands on this Aristides. Well, let's put this thing down. I saw an ad. I tried to swap it, another bass with this guy, but he didn't want to do it. A few weeks later, a friend of mine sent me a picture with the text, "Look what I got," and indeed it was the same Aristides bass. Long story short, very short, I swapped it with a Warwick with my friend Edwin. Thanks, Ed. Okay, on to the topic of today. You may know or not, I got a weak spot for basses who are made of anything but wood. I love the Steinbergers, my first love, and every bass which has a carbon fiber neck. These two basses, this one and of course the Catalyst, even got more than that. Both basses are made completely out of composite material. When Catalyst first tried to sell their guitars and basses, they used a one piece of construction with integrally molded with sound compound. Sound compound is/was a worldwide patent ceramic graphite composite material. Unfortunately, they only made a few models, as far as I know, 3 guitar and 1 bass model. One of those guitar models was a signature guitar for Jan Akkerman, called the Jakkerman. Also, they produced not only from the Netherlands, but some of their basses, for instance, are made in the USA. I'm not too sure if those basses are completely made in the US or they are shipped, or they shipped the bodies to the US, where they were provided with Seymour Duncan pickups and concentric controls and a badass bridge. The Dutch version has a custom-made Catalyst preamp, Catalyst pickups. After a couple of years producing these guitars and basses, they stopped. Catalyst, that is. And I can't find any reason. Maybe they went bankrupt, but I'm not too sure. What I do know is that the patent for the sound compound is bought by the people behind Aristides. And they took off from that point. They made some adjustments. Besides changing the name of the compound into Arium, I believe they did something with the material, and that was a great success. Where Catalyst existed for about 10 years, Aristides started in 2009 and is still going strong these days. When I try to compare these two basses, it's a visual, of course, very clear, where the Catalyst is based upon a classic design. The Aristides moved it more into the future. There is nothing traditional in its design. But then when I compare the weight of these basses, the difference is stunning. The Catalyst clocks in at 4.6 kilograms and the Aristides clocks in, although it's a 5-string with a beefier neck, at 4.3 kilograms, making it almost a half kilo lighter than the Catalyst. Both have a very effective preamp, but the Aristides can be switched to a passive mode, which isn't an option on the Catalyst. Well, let's take a listen how these basses differ or not. The signal flow were the basis into my UD Apollo Twin, which had an MPEG SVT simulation running on it. I used the Rock A preset. They both have a very clear and pointy sound, and that's just something I love. And maybe I'm wrong, but correct me in the comments. I think that Aristides at this moment is the only brand, well, there's a Polish brand which makes guitars, but Aristides is the only one who made complete composite guitars and basses this time. Steinberger stopped around 1989 making composite instruments. Status has made only a few complete composite models and stopped making instruments since about a half year. And that leaves us with Bogart, where I'm not too sure if their basses are completely composite. For instance, they state with their model Sport, the body of the Bogart Sports consists of various composite materials, okay, and a core of spruce wood. The only wood I can find on the Aristides bass I have here is the fretboard, and that was a couple of years back changed into Ridgelite, which is also a composite material. So I boldly state that Aristides flies the flag for composite guitars and basses right now. And I'm extremely proud that it's a Dutch guitar builder. Of course, that is because I'm Dutch also, if you didn't notice the accent already. That's it for this episode. If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. And I hope I see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. See you. Bye bye.